Hey, Riley J2A here. Okay, today doing another episode of Ranting with Riley J2A, series where I don't keep things as professional as I normally would. I talk mostly just about my opinion on a particular topic that I find annoying about the Second Amendment community or in general. So that's what I do here on this series. Today, who I'm going to be talking about is I think everybody in the 2A community has pretty much talked about this at one point or another in some form, okay? We're talking about what some would call the FUD, okay? Or what I would call the pro 2A but type of guy, okay? And I'll give an example of that. Like the guy who says something like, oh, well, I'm pro Second Amendment, but I don't know why anybody needs an AR-15 to hunt. Super obnoxious, right? That'd be an example of that, or, insert whatever scenario it may be. Um, that's the kind of person I'm talking about. This is a guy or an individual who maybe they got a bolt gun that they hunt with. Maybe they got a double barreled shotgun. Maybe they've got a single action revolver or something. But, that's about it, right? They don't have too much, too modern of firearms or whatever. So that's what I'm talking about today is that guy. Um, it's pretty obnoxious kind of guy, right? So I'm just gonna get into the rant part of it, and just give my opinion on this type of person, this type of mindset, really. So first of all, okay, couple things actually. One, the Second Amendment does not protect hunting. It's not about hunting. Get that out of the way, all right? Second, you can hunt with an AR in most states and it's gonna work fine. Okay, so that's two reasons that isn't a good point. Also, the main issue though that I have is that as far as anti-gunners go, gun grabbers, we're all in the same boat to them, right? Rather you own an AR and a Glock or you own a bolt gun and a single action revolver, you're in the same boat, all right? There isn't just because these anti-gunners might not be targeting what you have currently doesn't mean they aren't eventually going to get to it, in their mind if they were to get their way. You know, like because a lot of what I find a lot of time with a lot of people who claim to be pro 2A is it's like, oh well, yeah, they're trying to do all this, but it doesn't affect me, so I'm good, right? Well, that's not a good point, right? If firearms, rights are being restricted in any way, even if it doesn't affect you personally, it does affect you. It should matter to you. Eventually, it's gonna affect you, okay? And that's the bottom line, all right? Eventually, you're gonna be affected, okay? Yeah, they're not, if you don't have, semi-automatic rifle or whatever, they might not be coming after what you have right now, okay? But what happens when they ban, semi-automatic rifles? What's next, right? At some point it's going to be a thing that you have. At what point are they going to try to ban all shotguns because they're just too damaging if somebody gets shot with one? You know what I'm saying? Like eventually your double barreled shotgun is going to be on the table. Eventually your bolt gun is going to be on the table because it's capable of holding more than one round without having to be, reloaded physically. At what point do they ban all handguns, including revolvers, right? That's the bottom line. Eventually, you will be affected by gun control. That's why all gun control, whether it affects you currently or not, it does affect you in the long run. So we got to keep that in mind, right? And that's my main complaint about this type of person who's, either not caring because it doesn't affect them now, or they're pro 2A, but why do you need this and that, right? Well, they want it and can have it because it's their right. You don't have to have what you don't want to have. Personally, live and let live, though. Some people do want to have these items. That's another thing to keep in mind, right? So, that's just my opinion, a little bit around the topic of, the FUD or the pro to a butt type of guy, or the guy who just doesn't think it applies to him because it doesn't currently affect him, not realizing that it will. All right, eventually they're going to be trying to take his items or that person's items, whoever it may be, and then they're going to have a problem with it, but they didn't have a problem when other people's items were being gone after. So just a few things to consider. That's my opinion on, just some points around this topic. Obviously, I try to keep these short, not getting into every aspect, but let me know in the comments what, if you agree with me, disagree with me, anything else you have to add on this topic. You know, for now I'm gonna get out of here. Definitely subscribe if you want to continue seeing videos like this or any other videos that I make. Um, but yeah, like I said, get in the comments with anything you have to say. That's gonna be it though. I'm gonna get out of here. Goodbye.